Hello, everyone. I'm just doing a review of some of the stocks that I've been looking at. And so I begin with HCL Tech. And some I have already removed from my watch list. I'm no longer interested in those. I've added some others. HCL Tech, I was waiting for this breakout, and it has already broken out. And I've been following this and seeing what happens now. See this? It was a triangle pattern like this. Okay, you can see that kind of a triangle pattern, and now it has broken out of that triangle pattern, and it retested a little bit. See the red candle? It retested a little bit and came back up and made a strong move up. But then the last several days, 3 or 4 days, it's been going sideways, and now I need to observe what will happen if it keeps doing this. All right, and but the way that the smaller candles are being formed, I'm curious if there will be a change in direction. Okay, we have to see. We have to wait and see. All right, ITC is the next one, and to me, this one looks interesting. This is something I would like to observe. I might draw a line something like this, right? I might draw a line something like this and look for kind of a swing opportunity. Like you see the swinging up, down, and I want to see what happens here. If it's going to go down or just keep going up further. See, and if it goes up further, I would look at this and I would say, wait a minute, okay, see if I enter here, right, somewhere like here, and if I exit there, that's about 4 or 5%, okay, and I would put a stop loss, below this or below this level. All right, so that might be like about 5 to 7% profit you can look at with a swing trade. And since it's been going up and down here, if it goes up and breaks out of this range and retests again, you could be looking for a breakout point there. Next one is L&T, Larsen and Toubro. All right, this is something I've been watching out for. And again, there's a swing opportunity up and down. See, there was an up movement right here, and Friday the market closed here. And I'm just observing if this swing is going to go up again to here or here and then come down. All right. So is it going to follow this triangle pattern? And I think that triangle pattern is lost. All right. So it has gone, and let me remove that one there. Yeah, it has gone out of that triangle pattern. A different approach now, simply between support and resistance. You see that happening up and down, up and down, up now. And then let's see what happens in the next few days. Will it keep going up and then come down again? If it comes down again, I might want to enter right here and then look for a swing up, right? That's a possibility. And then BPCL, Bharat Petroleum. All right, look, I was looking for this. I was looking for this triangle pattern, and it worked very nicely, and it pulled out of that. And this is something, I'm looking, and I've entered this, and I'm following this and trying to see how far this continues up. Usually, what happens, it goes a certain length or a certain height, and then it just begins to go sideways. That's usually what happens. So I'm also observing that. Another one, Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland is also doing this. See this? Up and down. But this one kind of went a little further up, kind of broke out of that pattern. But this general pattern is still there. Okay, I still see a general pattern here, but I want to see if this is going to break out of this, if this is going to swing up again. But then look at the 20 and 60-day moving average. It's a bit risky. See, the 20-day moving average is going below. So it is really not trending that well. But I am observing it and seeing what happens. Okay, Britannia. All right, Britannia broke out of this triangle pattern. It broke out of that and it went up. Nice move up right there. See, and how much did it gain? Let me see how much it gained. From that, I'll get rid of this. And from the breakout, if we are to look from the breakout, we'll get an idea of how much, from here to here. Look at that, 8%. It was an 8% breakout. Very nice. Okay. But I'm observing to see what happens here if this is turning into another support and resistance level. If so, I want to observe and see if this keeps doing this. If so, then I could wait for it to come down and then look for a swing up. All right. Okay, Britannia looks interesting, unless this is ready to break out, but probably not. Look at this last candle. I want you to look at this candle. See this? This is called a doji. All right. It's an indecision candle, not sure which way to turn. So it could keep going up or it could go down. It's hard to tell. So in next 2 or 3 days, let's observe what happens. If it goes up again from this, it might be something you could jump into and follow. But if it doesn't and goes down, look for it to go down here to this range and look for a swing opportunity. All right. And I will draw that line here. So you'll see that option here. Okay. So that's something you can look for. Dr. Reddy, it's a bit of expensive stock, but I've been watching this move on the weekly chart. I've been watching this on the weekly chart. It was looking good. And see, and it could be ready for a swing up again. And that's about 20% climb. But on a daily chart, still, that would be same kind of an effect, right? Let me get rid of this. And let's say that we took the swing up like right here from this point. And if we were to get this kind of a swing to the top, that's about 23%. See that? And who knows how long it will take, right? This is a daily chart. So if it follows a similar pattern, we don't know. We'll see what happens. But then you also see that the 20-day moving average is below the 60-day moving average. The trend is a downtrend. How long will it stay there? We don't know. Let's see. But observe it carefully. Indocent, okay? It has broken out of this triangle pattern, and the triangle is no longer valid. So let's get rid of that. And then, but look here. All right. You see the support and resistance that it's formed here. And I want you to observe this support and resistance, like right here. Yeah, nice. See that? And that's something I would look out for, because that's like 10% move from here to there, 10%. So even if you were to enter, somewhere here on the bottom part, and and then look for a swing, that would be at least a 7 or 8% increase within a week or so. Very nice. That's an opportunity, but don't buy it. Look carefully and make your own decision. Tata Power is another one that this triangle pattern has kind of is no longer working there. I'm getting rid of that triangle pattern right there, and I'm going to get rid of this also. And look at the levels that it's forming, this support and resistance. See what's happening here? Yeah. So I want to see if there's a swing opportunity here. Or if not a swing opportunity, there are different ways of looking at this. See? Or am I seeing is there a triangle pattern? But that depends. It would be hard to draw this properly. On a weekly chart, let's see how it looks on a weekly chart. No, not really that good either. Daily chart still looks better, but it looks better for a swing opportunity, up and down swing. All right, let's see. But see, this is getting narrower. So usually when the swing is less and it gets narrower like this, it means that there's usually a change coming, either down or up. So this is what we want to observe. And what I would do is just to draw the support and resistance levels and just watch it each day. TCS, all right, look at that nice move up, all right. It broke out of this area. There's a nice move up, and I entered there, and let's see what happens. I was looking to see if there would be a retracement. There was a little retracement here and went on further, okay? And it's still moving up, and everything is looking good. Let's see. Sometimes what happens is the stocks go up this much, and then it begins to go sideways. And how far did it go up out of this? If I, take it from this point, it had gone up about 10%, more than 10% already. So I want to watch that and see what is happening. Okay, and I want to see if this continues to go up. If so, I would stay in the trade, or if it goes sideways, I'd get out. HDFC Bank. All right. Again, it broke out of the triangle pattern, and I'm going to get rid of the triangle lines here. And all right, then what? Then let's see, how come I cannot delete that? I'm not sure. Yeah, it should delete now. Yeah, so that's gone. And so it's been a swing. Look at the swing up, down, down, up. But now it could be, it's not, okay, look at this red candle here. It tried to go up, tried to go down, and looks like some kind of an indecision right there. So we have to wait and see if it's going to be a downturn or an upturn from here. All right, Infosys. Infosys is another one that was a trend line breakout. All right, it broke out of this trend line. See, this was a trend, uptrend. And then it broke out of that line and it was getting very bullish, but then it went like that a few days and then it went down kind of. I want to see if this is a retracement. If it goes up again, that may be something I would want to enter. I don't remember if I entered in already, but anyway, if it goes up again, I may look for an entry. All right, but you have to look at it, do your own study, and make your own decision. Here also, I was looking for a triangle pattern, and you see this? And I drew this better with a weekly chart like this. But then in the daily chart also, you can see the effect. But see, look at this. A whole week, it was just going sideways here. And I want to see if this uptrend will continue. But then look at this 20-day moving average and the 60-day. It's on a downtrend. And see this line here, trend line is down. So, and I'm just observing to see what happens. So these are not, stocks that I'm going to purchase. These are just the ones that I'm looking at and observing. Again, look at this. All right, so there was a breakout and I was wondering if this was a retracement, but it kind of fooled all of that. And it looks like it's going toward a support and resistance level. And so we have to watch and see. See the blue 20-day moving average is also pointing down. And we want to see if it continues down or if it goes out again. Let's see which direction it will go. Okay, but when you get rid of these lines, look what happens. I want you to observe the way it looks as soon as you get rid of these lines. Look at this. You could probably look at this whole thing together as a support resistance level, and you can actually bring it tighter and see what's happening. See, that's about 9% rise right there. So will it go up? Will it go up? You might end up with about 7%. Let's see. If it goes up, if this is a swing up again, and if you were to enter here, that would be about 6%. Not bad for a few days of holding on, all right? 6% would be good. But that's a swing opportunity if it moves up that way. So you'd have to look at the chart and make your own decision. Techem is another one that broke out of this triangle pattern and just kind of left all the triangles behind and just moving up. All right, let's look carefully at Techem. It's been moving up, and Tech Mahindra has done really well. Look at that, nice move up. And what kind of a gain did it make after? Look at that, 23% climb. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. But look what's happening now. You see, there was this one, look at this green candle, and let me bring it, make it bigger so it's more visible to you on the video. Look at this green candle. That's a nice clear doji. See, there's been several of these dojis. So this is like a fight between the buyers and sellers, right? It's been wanting to go down or up. See, again, bullish. See, look at this. Another doji, plenty of dojis. It's hard to tell. And see, look at this doji. It's really crazy. And then like, it's that day, whichever day that was August 29th, the opening price and the closing price is the same. It's rare. Okay. And then look, August 27th, 25th. Yeah, that was 25th, and then 26th, and then 27th also, a slight difference. That's it, but that's also a doji. And we have to see if the trend is going to go down or it could go up. It's hard to tell. So this is something I would be watching carefully and seeing if this is going to develop some kind of a support and resistance level. I don't know, maybe it's possible that it might do something like this. All right. And how do we know that? Well, we can look at the history, and we can go to a weekly chart and look at what the history looks like and see, right? So that level has not been touched for a long time. Look at that. For a long time, 2015, 14. So this is like at an all-time high right now, and very interesting to observe this. All right, so it could be just creating some new ground right here. So watch carefully, and don't buy until you are certain that you have some very clear reasons why you should be entering into that trade. All right, let me get rid of this triangle patterns. It broke out of all that. And then let's observe and see. Okay, there was a support and resistance. See the swing up and down, up and down. And let's see if this swing continues. But then look at the moving averages, the 20-day. All right, it's very bearish right now. Let's see if it's just a swing or not. We have to see. All right, UPL. All right, UPL, something similar to that. Look at that. The 20-day moving average has gone down. I may not be looking at this very much unless there's a move up this week, because this green candle makes me wonder what is going to happen next. Look at the way it's moved. So I want to observe and see if there's any hope. Let's see this week what happens. All right. IBL, look at this. All right. Again, I was looking for this triangle pattern on a weekly chart specifically. Look at the weekly chart. See, I was looking at that triangle pattern, but I'm not so sure now. See, this is what happens. You have to go with the game, and you cannot control the markets. You have to follow what they're doing and try to figure out their game. All right. Is it going to be a swing here, or is it going to be a bigger swing in this way? What's going to happen? All right. If it's a bigger swing like that, that's like a 40%. It's huge. Right. But when was this? June 4th, 2021. June 4th is when that kind of a swing took place. But then look at this. It went up, but then it's been just sideways all this time, and it went down. And the trend is down right now. So we don't know, but observe it carefully. Okay, NIACL. All right, now this is very interesting. I entered down here, somewhere around here, and I've been coming up with this. All right, so you might be wondering, why did you enter down there when the 20-day moving average is below the 60-day? Well, because I saw this strong green candle, and I felt like, and if you look below, there's a lot of volume as well. Because of the strong green candle and the strong volume below, I felt like that there was enough momentum to push this up, and there was. Okay. Now, not always will that be correct. On this, I happen to be correct, but not always. Now, here is something like a doji looking candle. All right. They couldn't decide if the price should go up or down. And let's see. We are at a stage of indecision. All right. Will this go up now, breaking out of this trend line or out of this triangle pattern? Let's see. If it breaks out, that would be a good point to see if there's a retracement and then enter to go up higher. And then just two more. Federal Bank is one that is still on my list, but I'm kind of doubtful what's going on with Federal Bank. It doesn't look good. It may be something that I would want to wait a bit longer to see what is happening down here. It was a support and resistance level, but then, it just plummeted way down, and we have to wait and see what happens with Federal Bank. Last one is Gail. All right. Gail India Limited. Look at that. I tried to draw some trend lines, but it is not looking very successful. The trend lines on the bottom are fine, but I'm still not sure, and we want to observe what is happening, okay? Now, could this be a triangle pattern? All right, that's something we have to look at. If we're looking for a triangle pattern, we'll be looking something like this and see if this breaks out. Now, on the bottom for the triangle, let's see, where can we place it like that? Or I'm not so sure. It doesn't look very promising because you would need at least 2 points where it would touch, 2 or 3 points. So it doesn't look very promising on the bottom. It's not sure. So it's like a downtrend. But if you look at a broader line, maybe from a weekly chart, let's see what it looks like. Nope, that also doesn't look very healthy. So I'm unsure. Let's observe. If anything, we could draw, if anything that we could draw, it would be like a trend line like this. Something like this, sort of a trend line. And then we'd have to move it and place it right there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a trend line there, and looking to create like a triangle. And out of this big swing, and it's getting smaller. Swing is getting smaller and smaller, and usually the smaller it gets, and if you're getting to a point of indecision and trying to figure out, should it go up or should it go down? All right. And if it breaks out and goes up, that's something that I would look to enter, especially if there's a retracement. I would say, hey, let's get in, but you have to really wait and see. But again, look at this. The 20-day moving average is below the 60-day, but that is only one of the indicators. Okay. So I hope this gives you some ideas of how we are looking at these levels and learning how to interpret these charts. With all of these things, please make sure that you look at the charts. Please don't get confused and say, oh my, everything is in the red today, or like that. Don't look that way, but rather look at the charts and try to analyze and get the big picture of what is going on. And then once in a while, or if you can regularly, open up the weekly chart as well. See, and then you can see what is happening and get a broader picture. All right. But then most of the time I trade using the daily chart. I do look at the weekly, but the trade using the daily chart. See that nice triangle pattern? I want to see if it will break out. And this doji right here, this doji candle looks very interesting because it's been on a downtrend all this time. See, it's all been downtrend. So does this doji mean that it's going to go down, or does it mean that it's going to go up? It's hard to tell. It's an indecision. Okay, so these are some of the things. Any of you who have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, if you find it useful, please press like, subscribe, and if you have doubts, questions, please put it in the questions. And if you tried these trades and entered, let us know. The month end is coming up. It is already August 29th. There are just a couple more days in the month, and let's see how we do for this month. All right. Have a wonderful day and happy trading this week. God bless.